Hey, Christine. Where are you? Why aren't you at the cafe we promised to meet at today?
I'm here, Kylie. Are you talking about the brunch we planned?
Yes, I called ahead saying that I would be a little late. But even then, none of you decided to stay around and wait for me? Isn't that a little rude?
I don't think so. You were more than an hour late. You messaged us when we were just finishing up eating. I sent you that message, didn't you see that?
Oh, I see it. I forget to check the DM. But you guys have to tell me directly.
What? Don't you know what DM really means? Direct message.
Don't play fool, Christine. I won't forgive you guys for standing me up until every one of you personally apologizes to me.
What on earth are you talking about? Why do I need to apologize for you being late?
For eating without me and leaving before I even showed up. You just sent me a message. Just only one and nothing more.
What do you want more?
Isn't it common sense that all of you should be sorry for what you did to me?
Wait, Kylie. I still have no idea why any of us need to apologize or feel sorry. Showing up on time is your own responsibility. No one but you is at fault for what happened.
I was just a little late because I was hurried getting ready. It can happen to anyone.
A little? I bet you just overslept for something foolish like that.
Yeah, I overslept a little and scrambled to get ready. But I really wanted to eat lunch with you girls. So I woke up for you.
For us?
You guys are cold to me.
Cold to you? Have you looked at the time? We all have things to do that are more worth our time than sitting in a restaurant waiting for you. Some of us need to shop and prepare for dinner tonight. And others need to pick up kids and drive them to different places like sports or music lessons. Also, sitting in that restaurant for more than 3 hours would severely seem wrong. A group of women taking table space but not ordering anything.
Oh, I see how it is. You'll worry about inconveniencing the useless restaurant staff. But it's okay to inconvenience me? Who cares about them? It's their job to wait on us.
You can't be real!
Look, I was really looking forward to eating brunch with everyone and was so excited. How could you let me down like this?
We haven't done anything to you. How can we let you down if you never show up?
It's like you're trying to bully me out of the group, and that makes me feel sad.
We've done nothing of the sort! You've been invited to every gathering we've put together. It's just that you show up late or not at all.
It's not my fault that I'm late. I just have some trouble waking up sometimes. You can't really hold that against me.
Kylie, do you even remember the last time you were on time to one of our gatherings?
Of course, last month. At Susan's for the twins' birthday party.
You were 30 minutes late and we had to wait because you said you would bring the balloons.
It's fine. 30 minutes is well within acceptable bounds.
You didn't even bring the balloons!
But I showed up, and that's all that really counts.
You really need to fix your bad habit of always being late.
Oh, shut up. Stop lecturing me. You sound like my mother.
You understand that people lose their trust in people who aren't punctual.
Whatever, don't be so dramatic. It's not a big deal.
I'm not trying to lecture you. I'm just trying to let you know how everyone feels.
Anyways, what did you all talk about today?
Lots of different things. A little of this and a little of that.
Did you guys talk about where you were all going on vacation during the kids' summer break?
Oh yeah. Did you hear that from someone?
I knew it. I have a nose for these types of things.
So you didn't know?
You can't hide anything from me. It's best to just be honest and tell me everything I need to know. So where are you going?
Most of our kids will be going to summer camps at the beginning of the break. So we were thinking of going on a ladies-only retreat away from the hubbies for a few days. We've tentatively scheduled a weekend at new spa and salon.
Really? When? I want to go too.
Are you sure? We'll probably have to leave early in the morning to get our money's worth.
Not a problem. If it's for a vacation, I can wake up at any time to have fun.
If you say so, then you need to promise to wake up on time. So we can hit the road before traffic becomes a problem.
You worry too much, Christine. I'm telling you it'll be fine. I'll be the first one awake. So you will all need to keep up with me.
A little worried, but we'll see.
It's been so long since I've gone on a trip without my husband and kid. I can't wait.
So you want us to put your name on the reservations too? Are you absolutely sure you'll be able to wake up in time?
Stop treating me like some untrustworthy little kid. Don't worry. I'll be at the pickup points and surprise you all. No matter what, I'll be there. So put my name down and go.
It'll be in 2 weeks, last weekend of the month. Not too soon for you?
No, it's fine. My husband is usually home for the weekends. So I'll come up with some chores to do while I'm out having fun.
Listen, Kylie. We can't get a refund if you cancel less than a week from the appointed date. Are you 100% sure you'll be able to wake up on time and make it?
I won't cancel and I won't be late. Make sure you reserve my spot too. If you forget to put my name in, I'll make you give me your spot instead.
All right, I'll contact the spa and add one more name to our reservation.
Whose car are we taking?
We'll be taking Lisa's van to fit all our luggage as well. So we're going to be meeting at her house at 8 a.m. Saturday morning.
8 a.m.? Isn't that a little too early? Who wakes up at that ungodly hour? Can't you make it at least 9?
The place is pretty far away and it looks like it will take at least 3 hours to reach our destination. If things go well, our goal is to make it before lunch. So we can leave our stuff in the room and do some sightseeing before the first treatment start. That's why we chose an 8 a.m. departure time.
Well, leave it to me. I'll be the first one at Lisa's house.
Maybe you should ask your husband to help you wake up in time. He has to wake up at the same time every weekday, hasn't he? As a backup just in case you don't wake up to your alarm? What do you think?
I am a big girl. I can usually wake up on time. You should worry about you and let me worry about myself. I promise I won't cause problems for you.
Okay. Are you awake? I'm hoping you are getting ready right now. But drop me a line so we know you're on schedule. You are awake, right? Kylie! Hey! Pick up the phone now! It's safe to assume you're not coming, right? We've been waiting for you for 30 minutes now. Fine. We'll go now.
Why on earth are there so many messages in the ladies' group chat? Christine. Pick up the phone now. I'm being generous with my morning here calling you back. You had better pick up. Not like you have anything better today on a weekend.
I'm here, Kylie. What can I do for you?
What's with the attitude? Is something wrong? You were blowing up my phone this morning for some reason it seems, and now I want to know why.
What day is it today?
Saturday. What's wrong? Such a silly question.
Really? Don't tell me that you forget what we planned.
Forget what? Oh, the trip was today. Sorry, just woke up. I'll throw some stuff together real fast. So come and get me, okay?
We left hours ago. So sorry, you'll have to find your own way up here.
What's the meaning of this? How dare you leave without me?
Just chill out. I messaged and called you several times. But you never responded. We even waited an extra 30 minutes with the hope that you might have only been running behind a little bit. But that was wasted time.
I can't believe you would actually leave without me. Real friends would wait no matter what.
Real friends? Kylie, real friends don't forget promises and show up on time.
Then what am I supposed to do?
It's not my prob.
Stop messing around and come pick me up now.
You lazy, selfish! How dare you think you are in any position to make any demands of anyone?
Me?
Is this a joke to you? Are you out of your pathetic self-absorbed mind? Grade schoolers have better time management skills than you do.
But it's not my fault. I overslept because I didn't hear the alarm. How can you blame that on me?
Would you please be so kind as to explain to me how this is not your fault? And then explain to me whose fault it is? Who is responsible for making sure you wake up and get to appointments on time? Who claims that they are never late? Who said they would be the first ones to the meeting point? Who is dense enough to blame an alarm clock for not waking them up? If you need help answering these, I'll give you a hint. They're all the same answer. Take your time checking your answers.
Well, it's the truth. The alarm didn't wake me up.
Did you completely forgot we were leaving today?
Of course, I knew. What's done is done, and there's no point splitting hairs over this. Just come pick me up and we can all move on.
Are you out of your mind? We are already 30 minutes behind our plans because someone was too irresponsible to set an alarm. We've just finished dropping off our stuff and are now walking around the spa.
That is so not fair. Then what am I supposed to do then?
Not our problem. We prepared the day before, woke up with plenty of time to contend with emergencies, and got our husbands to take care of the house and kids for the weekend. Did you do any of that? If you want to come, you can come. But you need to find your own way here.
If I can't go, there's a fee for canceling the reservation, right? Well, I won't pay it because it's your fault that I'm not there. If you don't want to pay my cancellation fee, you need to come and pick me up.
Are you serious about that? Oh, are you threatening me?
Yeah, if you want to pay the fee, it's okay then. I bet you're not rich enough for not caring about that amount.
Well, I will tell you something. Actually, I don't have to pay anything. In fact, I got quite generous amount thanks to you.
What? What are you talking about? I don't get it.
Well, simply I won the bet among girls.
What bet?
I told you that we waited more 30 minutes for your coming, right?
Yeah, you did tell me that.
Well, this is just half of the truth. We waited to bet if you came in the end or not. The other girls bet you could make it in the last minutes, but I didn't think so. I was all in for your absent and I won $100 after all. I should have said thank you to you, Kylie.
What? You guys made fun of me. Can't believe that.
It's up to you to believe it or not. Your coming doesn't matter to us. I'm going to treat myself to an extended massage for that amount I won.
Can't believe you didn't make a reservation for me?
None of the other mothers or I believed you would show up on time, but we still gave you a 30-minute window to prove us wrong.
So you lied to me about reserving my spot?
Honestly, we never invited you. You invited yourself. Despite you forcing your way into our plans, no one trusts you to follow through with anything. So we all acted like you weren't going to show anyways.
That is so cruel of you.
It's just the natural result of the actions you've taken in the past.
So if I had shown up on time, I wouldn't have been able to spend the night there?
Well, had you shown up, I would have just asked them to add one more person to the room. It wouldn't have been an issue at all. In fact, you should be grateful that I didn't reserve a place for you. You wouldn't have needed to pay for the cancellation fees.
This is so degrading and unfair. I demand that you come back right now and apologize to my face. Why would you leave me when I wanted to go so badly?
Do you not feel any responsibility at all for what you did to me?
What are you talking about?
Do you really have no clue as to how much trouble you've caused all the other mothers around you?
Trouble? I never cause anyone any trouble at all. You are the only one causing trouble now for me.
You really have no idea at all. Dragging down the whole group with your incompetence, and now you don't know what you're doing and lead the most carefree lives?
What are you trying to say?
Let me make this as clear as possible for you. Not once since I have met you have you ever showed up on time to any gathering. Even the ones you initiated yourself.
Really? No, that can't be true.
You can ask any mother in the neighborhood. The only thing that anyone remembers about you is that you are the one that never shows up on time.
I might be a few minutes late to things, but that isn't bad at all.
What? Not bad? You must be insane. You don't realize your laziness and irresponsibility also affect your family, right? The school sometimes holds camping trips in the weekend, but your kids never show up. What is the reason? It's because you don't wake up early enough to drive them to school. What a bad mom.
Hey, stop it. Don't judge me like that. These trips seem useless and time-consuming. My kids don't need to take part in.
No, Kylie. Your kids and mine are friends. They always share everything with each other. Your kids are really interested in these camping, though. They wish to participate in the trip just even once. You really should look at yourself, Kylie.
Stop it.
Okay. But you need to know something. We are sick and tired of having our plans screwed over by a nitwit that cares for no one but themselves. No one wants to deal with you anymore. That's why I am going to say for the last time.
Wait, no. You're the only person I've ever thought of as a friend. I promise to change. I won't break any more promises.
No, Kylie. I don't want to spend any of my precious time here talking with you. We're done. Go back to sleep and enjoy our time with your family.
Wait, Christine. Christine.
After that, we stopped playing with Kylie. We had put up with her for a long time. But now the story is different. Without her.
Do you have a minute? We need to talk.
Yeah, I'm okay. What's wrong?
Did you happen to go out earlier today around lunch? I saw you walking with a strange guy. I never see him before.
Are you sure about that? Did you mistake me for someone else?
I'm sure it was you. I wasn't in my office much at all today besides early this morning. I was kept pretty busy running around town today. I think it's 2 o'clock that I saw you walking with someone up to a restaurant.
Well, even if I was with someone today, what does that matter to you? Just because you saw me walking around with someone doesn't mean you're gonna accuse me of cheating.
You're right. Just walking around with someone ordinarily wouldn't be a big deal. But you certainly have never dressed like that to go for a restaurant. At least with me. And people also don't usually hold hands with their friends.
If you're accusing me of something, why don't you just outright say it?
And if you want to insist that this was just some friend that you were with, I'm gonna have to concern about how close you should be with our friends. Well, I'm willing to hear you explain this one.
You're really sure of yourself, then you're positive it was me. I guess that's that. It looks like there's no point trying to hide anything now. I should have been more careful. I can't believe this is how you find out.
So you admit it then? You've been cheating, haven't you?
What a clever little detective. Yes, you saw correctly. I was with someone earlier today, and it wasn't just a lunch at a restaurant. We're on a date.
What else?
Do you want to know about my day? Is this what you were wanting to hear? I don't really have anything else to say. I think we're done.
Hang on just a moment.
What do you want from me? I cheated and now you know we're over. There's nothing else to say about it.
Don't you think that I deserve a bit of an explanation? Do you even know who this guy is? Are you in a relationship with him? What did I do to make you want to cheat? You can't be seriously asking me that, Steve.
Of course, I know who it is. His name is Pete. He works at the biggest IT company in the country. I'm almost positive that he's making about $1 million a year. Can you even imagine making that kind of money, Steve?
I see it all makes sense now. You're only with him because of his money.
So what if I am? If you even wanted to think about trying to match that, your only option would be to change jobs. You don't make nearly as much as he does, but who cares now? Your career doesn't matter to me anymore. We're done. You're always going to be stuck working at that pathetic factory. You'd need to shut the whole thing down if you ever wanted to change your career.
We both know that'll never happen. I don't think there's anything wrong with my career or how much money I'm making. I really don't understand you. Can't believe that. You want to throw this relationship away over money.
You haven't got a clue, Steve. I already told you your pathetic career doesn't matter. We're done whether you believe it or not. Alright, you might be the manager of that factory in the future, but that's all you have. You're totally worthless.
Alright, that's enough. I don't want to hear any more. Thank you for clearing that all up for me. If you've made up your mind, fine by me. Promise me one thing though, Layla. Don't come back crying to me when it all falls apart.
You've got to be kidding me. You've got quite an imagination. I understand there's no way you could get over me that easily.
No lasting relationship has ever started out of an affair. You'll see. Good luck to you.
Maybe you should put that towards trying to advance your career. Save your good luck, Steve. You might need it to hold together that mess of a factory you can barely keep going. Bye. I have some wonderful news. I'm sure you'll be excited to hear all about it, Stephen. I thought it would be so kind of me to share with you. I just feel awful if you still had feelings for me.
What are you talking about? I don't need any help moving on. I don't care. I don't need any updates. I already told him over it. Whatever it is, you should tell someone who will share your excitement.
So I want to make it easier for you to give up on the thought of us ever happening again. I know you're just trying to act, Steve. It's fine. That's why I will help. You don't have to thank me. Just try not to get too upset.
I guess you're gonna keep texting me no matter what I say so. So, hurry up whatever.
I got married, Steve.
You? Already? But when?
That's right. It wasn't long after our last conversation. We didn't want to waste any time.
Not long after? It's only been like a few days.
Yeah, 3 days after our conversation.
You weren't kidding about not wasting time?
Of course I wasn't kidding. This isn't a joke. Pete proposed me at a luxury place, so naturally. He really is just perfect. I can't believe I almost missed out on being with someone just so amazing. It's a good thing. I won't have to live with any regrets now. Pete's already told me how much he loves me, and the fact that we got married so soon shows that he is a man of action. I don't think he could be any more perfect. I'm so happy.
Sounds like he's great for you. You really do seem happy. I hope it makes it easier to keep working your job that you hate and always complain about.
Stop trying to ruin my good mood.
You're right. Sorry for ruining the mood.
You're only trying to bring me down since you're still feeling so miserable. I won't let that happen though. You should realize that you're only worth as much as you make. Everyone knows that. I almost feel bad for you. Someone like you can't even compare to Pete.
Sure, that sounds great. Is this still part of your news? Or are you done ranting now?
Stop acting like you don't care.
You said you were gonna share your excited news, and you've done that. It doesn't seem like you have anything else worth saying after that wonderful rant of yours. Does your fiancé know you're texting with me? Shouldn't you be spending time with your special new guy instead?
No, I didn't really mention it. I didn't think it was a big deal.
Of course you didn't anyway. Thanks again for that great update.
What? You really don't have anything else to say? Really?
No. Why would I? What needs to be said?
I don't know. I didn't think you'd react like this.
What did you expect? What were you hoping for exactly? Did you want me to get upset or angry? I told you I'm over it already. The whole situation is pretty hilarious. You actually married the guy you cheated with a couple of days after we broke up. It doesn't get much funnier than that. I've been laughing this whole time. I should be thanking you.
What is so funny?
So, congrats on your happy little marriage. I'm busy now. You should have to find someone else to share all that excitement with.
Hey, we need to talk, Steve. It's very serious. It's about Pete. There's something horribly wrong. Pete's supposed to be rich, but the paycheck income doesn't make any sense at all. He works at one of the biggest IT company, but he isn't making any money at all. How can he be making only $700 a month?
How did you find that out? Did you go looking at his pay slips or something?
Of course I did. It's a good thing I did, otherwise I wouldn't have known for even longer. I couldn't believe it. A measly $700.
You're right. That isn't very much money. It might be because he's only working a part-time job.
What do you mean, a part-time job? Why would he be working a part-time job if he already has a job?
He does work in an IT company, but not full-time. He's only working there part-time, and he doesn't really do much, only part-time.
Only part-time.
I'm pretty sure he had only started working this job a year ago. Up until then he had just been living off his mother at home doing nothing. She probably got tired of him doing nothing and pushed him to start working at least part-time job.
He was living off his parents? Are you saying that Pete was a basement dweller?
That's a bit harsh, but probably a good way to put it. I think he did live in the basement.
I didn't have any idea that he'd been mooching off his parents for so long. But, how do you know so much about Pete? He never talked about his work that much.
Because he was my stepbrother.
What? Really? Is he your brother?
No, he was. He isn't anymore.
What do you mean? That doesn't make any sense.
My mother passed away when I was only 3 years old. When I was in junior high, my father remarried someone who also already had a kid. I think we've talked about it before. I guess you don't remember, right? The woman my father remarried was Pete's mother. Anyway, my father and his mother got divorced a year ago. That's why I said he was my brother.
That means you aren't technically related anymore then.
Well, I don't think we were ever technically really related. That's very fortunate for me. He always hated me even from the first look. So it's not like we ever treated each other as siblings. Even though we aren't related or on good terms with one another, we live in the same area. It's not hard to hear about his situation through our neighbors. Word of mouth, you know.
I can't believe this. So you knew all about him from the beginning and you never told me. Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you correct me? I thought that he was rich.
Why would I do that? Are you seriously saying that to your fiancé?
But you could have said something.
Layla, I don't actually know all the things in the first place. When you say your new boyfriend name was Pete, I didn't know that's my stepbrother. But I did hire a detective to investigate your relationship. And it's quite easy to find out everything. Pete just bragged about his salary to you. It's never easy to earn $1 million a year, Layla. But you were too greedy to realize that. And I had some conversation with Pete too.
What? Did you guys talk to each other?
It's pretty funny. Pete had said similar things to what you did before. He thought you were making a lot of money working at a salon. And that he was gonna hit the jackpot.
He said what?
Did you ever mention that your aunt was the only one working at a salon? Maybe he was under the impression that you were the one making all the money.
I think I may have mentioned something like that before.
Well, I don't know what you told him or how the conversation was. Somewhere along the line there was a bit of miscommunication. Or maybe the two of you weren't coherent when you had some of these conversations.
This can't be happening. I can't believe this.
Whatever, Layla. It isn't my problem. I'm sure the two of you will work things out and communicate better from now. I don't want to be involved with you or Pete anymore. Please don't bother me about this again.
Wait. Steve, you can't just ignore me like that.
What's wrong, Layla? We're done. You are the one to say that.
Steve, I know I'm wrong right now. Can we go back to we used to be? We used to be happy, right? Don't you remember that days?
Yeah, I do. I even bought an apartment at the city center in case we would get married.
Really? Why don't you tell me that?
I had been dating for 3 years before you cheated on me. I did love you so much. Actually, I was planning to propose you. I have to save every penny to prepare for our future. I don't even want to buy new clothes and car.
I'm really surprised, Steve. Everyone just knows you are an average guy working at an old factory.
I don't care what others think about me. I just need to do my work. My boss has recently given me a raise, too.
I'm sorry, Steve. Everyone makes faults, you know. Can you forgive me?
No. It's too late, Layla. To be honest, I feel lucky not to marry you. You backstabbed me. Can't imagine if you would be my wife. That's it. We have nothing else to say. Never contact me again. I don't want to see your face. Once Layla and Pete realized the truth about each other's work and income, they broke out into a huge argument. It turns out that what little money they both had was frivolously wasted. Everything including their savings had been used up. In that short month, they spared no expense under the delusion that the other person would be able to cover everything without any problems. On top of their financial problems, apparently Layla's aunt was actually renting the apartment they lived in on their behalf. She'd been receiving a flood of noise complaint from the other tenants of the apartment building, and eventually decided to cancel the lease. Layla and Pete had no choice but to move out of the apartment. It wasn't long after that the two of them filed for a divorce. Poor them.
Hi, Liz. You look a little haggard. Is that because of my wedding with Dawn? Ha ha. I wish you're not too depressed or anything. If you were, then I might feel so bad because your husband now is my husband.
Hi, Lisa. You're so ridiculous. What do you want? There is no reason why you come here to see me. We're not that close.
Oh, I just want to check up your status. Are you happy or pissed? I guess you're alive.
You crack me up, Lisa. You're ineligible for driving me crazy.
I just want to notice you that I and Dawn will have wedding ceremony next month.
Cut the crap, sweetie. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. It's 1 month to the day you marry.
Haha, I didn't want you finding out that new from someone else. I think it's common courtesy to let you know myself. We've been friends for 10 years. And I considered you as my sister.
Sister? Do you have any problem with your brain? Who is your sister? You slept with my husband, lied to my face, and now you're trying to take my assets. So you call me sister? What is your definition about sister? Is it a person who having an affair behind each other back? Is that how you treat your real sister? I don't want anything to do with you anymore. I don't want to hear anything about you and my husband. Don't ever say that we're sister or best friend. It's hilarious.
Ex-husband. Please speak the right word. You and Dawn divorced so you can call him husband. He's mine.
Whatever. I don't care about you and Dawn anymore. Don't tease me if you want to live in peace. If not, you can't imagine what I will do to ruin both you and Dawn, Lisa. I will treat people like the way they treat me.
Oh, Pooh! Are you still angry at me? I thought you would be over him at the present. It's really not good for you to keep a grudge. It's not good for your heart and mind.
Thank for caring about my mental health, but you're the root of all problem. Stop playing innocent and get out of my face, Lisa. I'm getting over everything. That doesn't mean I forgot what you and Dawn have done.
Liz, come on, don't give me that cold shoulder. We went through so much together. There is no secret between us. We will be friends forever. Even we used to exchange clothes. Sometimes, you took my things and I took yours. So then it's okay for me to marry your ex-husband, right? I hope that you will come to our wedding.
Lisa, you didn't understand anything I told you. You had an affair with my husband and you have the audacity to invite me to your wedding? How crude up are you?
You're who didn't understand anything, Liz. I didn't steal Don, you know, he loves me. When we were in high school, I met Don first. Do you remember? You're in another class. At that time we still friend. I and Don were tablemate and then I introduced him to you. Don said that he had strong feeling of affection for me. But that time I already had a boyfriend, so he couldn't express. Then he thought that he should have someone to coincide with, and the most appreciate person is you.
What? Why didn't him told that with me? Why you are the one that tell me the truth, not him.
Liz, I know you're feeling now, but you have to calm down to listen all the truth. When you have a baby with Don, he was very regret, but being a man, he can't reject it. But after you lost the baby, he thought that is extrication for this loveless marriage.
What a childish man. He acted like he truly loves me. He was very sad when we lost our child. Did it all his performance?
No, Liz, he is not that kind of person. He loves the baby is real, so he decided to marry you despite he doesn't love you. But when bad thing come, he thought it a chance for him to start a new beginning.
I'm too stupid, right? I didn't know the truth and then blamed all guilty to you.
He was the one who decided to leave you and be with me. It was his choice. Besides, everyone deserves to be happy, right? I want all my friends' A&F family to know that I am happily getting married.
We were married. We were husband and wife. It's wrong to sleep with someone else's husband. You just don't do that.
Yes, I have to say sorry to you. And all I focus on is that Joe and I love each other and we belong together. Besides, I don't need anyone judging me whether I'm right or wrong. I made my Decison and I am very happy with it. Well, we've already decided on a venue. I already sent you an invitation. You will probably get it by tomorrow, so make sure you check it.
You still decide to invite me?
It's going to be just beautiful. I can't wait. I am so excited.
Look at you. How efficient and considerate. Is it even legal to get remarried that quickly?
Yes. It wasn't a problem at all. Thank to you. So I hope you can make it. I mean, you're coming, right?
Are you kidding me? Why should I come to the wedding of the one who treat and hurt me?
You have to accept the truth and understand that he wasn't really in love with you. The very first time I met Don, I knew we were destined to be together. Our eyes clicked and everything was so natural, just as it was meant to be. Did you know that Don was really lonely all that time? I'm glad you let him go free. He is in such a better place now.
All this time, I was blaming myself for our fallout. But I'm for certain it wasn't me. I'm just angry I had to waste a year of my life.
Yes, we are. I'm just saying. It's not going to be easy for you to find a partner. I remember you used to binge eat every time you broke up with your boyfriend. Just because Joe's not around anymore, that shouldn't give you any reason to slack off.
No, I am not. I just can't believe you said that. And I won't come to your wedding. Don't looking forward for it. Please don't contact me anymore. Good luck and goodbye.
Hi, Liz. Why don't you come to my wedding? I'm sorry to suddenly reach out to you like this.
Hi, Dawn. Why are you here?
I think I have to talk face to face with you. I was really sad and felt guilty to hear you didn't come to our wedding. I was hoping you could come and celebrate this happy day together.
Has Lisa told you anything?
She said she sent you the wedding invitation but you declined. She said she doesn't know why you won't come. If you two are fighting and if it's something that can be fixed. I was hoping you can make amends and forgive us. It would mean so much to us if you can do it for us.
Dawn, I think you're missing a lot of context about this situation. Lisa, tell me all the truth that you felt relieved when we lost our baby. I can't go through it. I felt very guilty to our baby. You think it is an obstacle and it forced you to marry me. I'm so disappointed when I hear that. You didn't love me.
Liz, don't think by that negative way. I never thought and want that bad thing happen. I never ever wanted our baby got lost. When I heard you pregnant, I was very delighted and hoped to build a small family with you. When we live together, love can appear anytime. But there's unlucky situation came to our child. In that time I'm very anguished. I knew that I didn't love you, just married you because of the baby. So I think we won't happy if we continue together. Even now I struggle to describe the anguish that we felt.
Is that true?
Yes, I swear all I have told you is the truth. We should free each other. I found my love, that's Lisa. And we've been very happy together. And I think you should have left the past and move forward. You can find the one who loves you and take care of you all your life.
Yes, I can left and go on my own way. But I can't forgive Lisa.
Liz, I choose her and I am the one who decides to divorce. Stop blaming Lisa!
No, you shouldn't think I am that kind of petty person. Lisa has betrayed me. She took all my assets and invest all my saving money to the company.
What are you saying? Saving money?
Yes, when we were best friend, we have created a fund for travel. We will use it when we are older to relax. But she took all mine.
I can't believe Liz has betrayed you.
That's the thing. Lisa doesn't think much of it. She definitely doesn't think she betrayed me. At least that's not the impression I got from her.
Did she apologize to you? I hope she had her reasons and explained them to you.
No way. You knew her. She apologized, but it's not honest. At first I was so angry that I thought of suing them. But I didn't. The process is just too emotionally draining. Lisa may have you, but she can't take everything I've worked for. I won't let her ruin me completely.
I'm sorry, Liz. I don't know what she've done behind your back.
I'm sorry, Dawn, but I can't forgive Lisa. Starting a new life shouldn't involve taking my possessions and leaving me with nothing.
I understand that this is a difficult situation, but we need to find a solution that works for all of us. Dwelling on the past won't help any of us. We need to find a way to coexist peacefully. I can't change the past, but I want us to find a way to co-parent, support each other, and eventually find happiness again.
Happiness? You think I can ever be happy knowing that my best friend betrayed me and stole my husband?
I know it's hard to imagine now, but time has a way to healing wounds. We can find happiness in our separate ways.
Separate ways? She's still there, trying to take my possessions.
Liz, calm down. Let's sit down and talk about possessions. We can find a way to divide them and ensure that both of you have what we need.
So what is your solution?
I understand that forgiveness may take time, and I'm willing to give you that time.
I'll consider it, but know that I won't make it easy. Both of you have hurt me in ways I never thought possible.
I regret the pain my wife have caused you, Liz. I hope that with time, we can find a way to heal and find our own paths to happiness.
We'll see, Dawn. We'll see if there's any chance for redemption all of this.
All your money that Lisa has taken away, I will bring it back to you. Now, I am her husband, so I have to responsible for fix the mistake that she made. I'll send it to your bank account when I earn enough. And about the story of us, I think you should left everything and move on. Living in the past won't help you to develop and mature.
Thank for your recommendation. Thank you for listening to me and help me to find the solution. I will move my home and also my work. Come to a new city may make a new beginning.
That's a good idea. I hope you happy, but not the way you were with me.
Thank you. I hope you happy with your choice.
Goodbye, Liz. Thank for everything.
I just received a package from you. Why are you delivering items to our home? Is it to irritate me?
What happened? I didn't mean to irritate you. I gave it to Dorothy as a present. After all, she is my adorable little grandchild.
So you're truly doing this to irritate me. You knew we were ready to move, so you made us transport even more items to our new home. I recently threw out a lot of items in preparation for the relocation. Now you're giving me even more garbage to deal with? I don't have the time.
That was not my objective at all. I was aware that you were about to relocate, so I sent her a small gift. It should not obstruct your mobility in any manner. I also double-checked with Alan just in case. He stated that sending Dorothy a present was okay.
He was merely trying not to hurt your feelings by being kind to you. I'm going to throw it away without opening it. I don't have time to deal with this right now.
Are you serious? You're going to throw it out without even looking inside? I heard she started eating solid meals, so I sent her some cute aprons. If Dorothy isn't going to use it, I don't mind if you throw it away. I simply believe it is terrible to throw it trash without even peeking inside. Also, I'm sure you don't need to inform me that you're discarding my gift.
I'm warning you that I'm going to teach you a lesson. If I don't tell you, you'll keep sending crap.
That is possible. Thank you for informing me. If you're going to tell me this, I'll tell you something else. You haven't come to see us since Dorothy was born. We've only been to see you folks once since she was born. You've warned us not to come back since.
What's the big deal? What are you attempting to convey to me?
I realize you're under a lot of stress and don't have much time after giving baby. Nonetheless, we would want to see Dorothy more frequently. After all, she is our cherished grandchild. Because we're in the midst of a pandemic, you might not want us around her. Still, it would be good to see her face from time to time via video call. I'd also like to send her some gifts.
That's great, I see. You seem to be saying all of this to irritate me. I simply don't have the time to deal with you.
Everything is a misconception. I have no desire to irritate or offend you.
I'm not going to disclose you our new address until we've completed our move.
Are you sure? That is completely unacceptable.
I've always had some reservations about having a mother-in-law. I never got along with my own mother either. Just talking to you like this irritates me.
So it's not really my fault, is it?
It sort of is. Is it okay if you stop talking to my family? I don't consider you to be a member of my family in any way. You get along well with John and his wife, right? Isn't that sufficient? Please leave Alan and me alone.
That's impossible for me. Alan and John are both very important to me. They are both my cherished children. As Alan's wife, I also want to get along with you.
So, please give up since I have no intention of getting along with you. I never intended to be friends with my mother-in-law. You should be glad you're friends with John's wife.
Even though I don't get along with you very well, I still want to see Dorothy. Are you going to prevent me from visiting her as well?
That's probably going to be the case. One of the reasons I wanted to relocate was to hide our address from you.
Isn't that harsh? I didn't hurt you. Alan informed me that your parents have visited you frequently. We live nearby, yet you've only allowed us to visit once. It's a shame because I want to see Dorothy mature.
So, good luck. I don't want you near my family since you're a stranger to me. Oh, I don't mind if you keep sending us money. I appreciate that you send us $800 each month.
Are you certain?
Because money is useful, I don't mind if you send it to us.
How can you be so self-centered? Are you still going to take my money after calling me a stranger?
That's the only way you can help me. By the way, I do spend some of the money on Dorothy. You can only help Dorothy if you send money over every month.
Just talking to you gives me a headache. I'll chat to Alan about it. Have you heard everything Helen has to say?
What exactly are you on about, Mom?
I talked to her today. Did she inform you of it?
I'm not sure what you're referring to. What did you guys discuss?
I'm guessing she hasn't told you anything. She was furious at me because I sent Dorothy a tiny present despite the fact that you were leaving soon. She stated that she will not provide me with your new address once you have relocated.
Are you certain she said that? That is not at all like her. She's never said anything like that to me before. I believe you simply misinterpreted what she was saying. Isn't it tough to express feelings through text messages?
I don't believe it was simply a misunderstanding. She acted as if I were her worst enemy.
In any case, I'll have to remain out of this. You must resolve this issue on your own. I'm very busy with work right now, and I also have to prepare for our unexpected move. I don't want to irritate Helen right now, when we're both stressed. Could you please do what she says for the time being?
So you're saying we won't be able to see or communicate with Dorothy at all? Dorothy is our granddaughter.
Yes, I know you'd like to see her. I also want to give you guys more opportunities to view her. Would you be willing to wait just a little longer? Helen is under a lot of stress these days, so I'd like to leave her alone. Please, Mom. I'm confident that once we get settled after the relocation, everything will fall into place.
Okay, then. I'll make an effort to wait a little longer. However, if she insults me again, I'm not going to let it go, okay?
That's okay. If she insults you again, tell her how you feel.
I realize you're probably quite busy right now, but I hope you'll be able to chat to her soon. I don't want my relationship with her to deteriorate more.
We just moved into our new home today. Never send us another strange gift again.
I don't recall ever sending you guys a strange package. Are you genuinely not going to tell me where you and your family have relocated? I believe it is prudent for you to notify me of your new address in case of an emergency. I'm not going to pay you a surprise visit without first informing you.
In the event of an emergency, I do not intend to rely on you. I don't intend to contact you because you're a total stranger to me.
So you're serious about this?
I truly am. Money is the only thing I will accept from you. You will only be able to communicate with Dorothy by sending us money. With your money, I'll make sure to purchase her some pleasant stuff.
I'm not going to waste my time arguing with you any longer. It doesn't appear that you're going to change your mind. Everything you've said to me has left me quite disappointed. I can't take any more of this from you.
So you've finally begun to expose your genuine self.
What do you mean?
I knew you didn't like me. You despise me, don't you? That's why you continued attempting to irritate me with those strange deliveries. This is why I've always despised having a mother-in-law.
That is all your imagination. I didn't do anything wrong to you.
I don't give a damn what you say anymore. I know you despise me. I'm not going to notify anyone about our new address. I'll also never let you see Dorothy again. The only payment I will accept from you is $800 at the beginning of each month.
That's all right. I'm going to get started right now. Goodbye.
Will you finally leave us alone? I'm overjoyed right now.
I'll do as you say. You don't want us to keep in touch, do you?
Exactly. Please do not contact me in the future.
That's all right with me. Goodbye forever.
Please stop sending us packages. I'm not going to tell you our new address. This month, I have yet to receive your financial assistance. What exactly is going on? What happened to the $800 you owed us? I thought I told you I'd take your money. Is it true that you're ignoring me? Unbelievable. I can't believe you've continued to ignore me. How could you go an entire month without responding to me? If you don't take care, I'll get angry at you.
What in the world do you expect me to do?
So you finally responded to me. What were you up to all this time? You responded far too slowly. I have yet to receive cash assistance for the previous month. Where is the $800?
I simply ceased contacting you as you instructed. I disregarded your messages since I assumed we wouldn't stay in touch. I also chose to discontinue financial assistance to you. What made you think I'd keep paying you money after the way you treated me?
I said I'd take the money. I can't believe you ignored me after so many texts. I assumed you were my mother-in-law. Why didn't you text me anymore?
I have no notion what you want me to do now. I'm sick of having to deal with you. I don't think we'll be able to get along. All I did was follow your instructions. You requested that I cease all touch with you.
I never told you to stop sending money. I heard you're still sending money to John and his wife. It's simply not fair. What do you believe? Are you staring down on me? Could you please send me the money right away?
You can't be serious, can you? I believe it is self-evident why I am solely sending money to John's family. They all treat me with dignity, and I get along with them all. They pay us visits from time to time and allow us to pay them visits whenever we wish. We have a fantastic relationship, which is why I send them money every month to help them. You do nothing but offend me and keep me from seeing Dorothy. Why did you expect me to send you money?
I can't believe you'd just ignore us. Would you like to spend the money right away?
Stop being so upset with me. Take a deep breath in and relax. Do you have any recollection of what you said to me the other day?
Why are you so difficult to approach? I'm not sure what you're trying to tell me.
I'm curious whether you recall what you said to me the other day. You said I should never contact you again. You also instructed me not to send you anything else in the future. After hearing that, I'm not sure I want to send any money.
I'm not concerned with what you think. If you do not send the money, my family will be in difficulties. Even with your financial assistance, we were barely getting by.
If that's the case, you should have shown me more courtesy. Even if you despise me, you could have allowed me to see Dorothy on occasion. We could have worked things out such that we were both happy. I also discovered that you had not informed Alan about the money I was providing you guys. When I asked him about it, he had no idea what I was on about.
I'm not sure why he doesn't realize. Perhaps he was not paying attention.
It's pointless to pretend any longer. Alan has told me everything. I was sending you money to help with the expenses of parenting Dorothy. I didn't send you that money to put in your pocket. I can't believe you were so greedy with that money.
That is not correct. I spent some of the money on myself on occasion to ease stress. You should know that parenting a child is quite stressful. I need to do some activities that I enjoy every now and again. Do you get what I mean?
I understand that raising a child might be tough, but that doesn't excuse your actions. You spent all of the money we sent you on yourself without informing Alan. I can't believe you're expecting me to give you more money when I can't even see Dorothy. What a horrible person you are. I still can't believe Alan married someone like you.
Okay, I suppose I'll make an exception for you. If you continue to send me money every month, I'll let you see Dorothy whenever you want. You are welcome to visit us on occasion if it makes you happy.
No thanks. It's all right now.
What happened? I'm giving you precisely what you desire.
Alan and I had a lengthy conversation about you. I heard you barely do any cleaning and don't contribute anything to Dorothy's upbringing. You spend your weekends with your pals and don't even come home at night some days. I told Alan that if you're not home on weekends, he could bring Dorothy over. I've decided to provide Alan my financial support when I see him. I'm going to cease giving you money because I don't trust you.
Wait, there's no use in doing that. If you give the money to Alan, I won't be able to buy the cosmetics and clothes I want. You handed me the only money I could spend freely.
What do you mean? I know you have complete control over all of Alan's earnings.
I have power over the money, yet it is useless. He barely makes any money, so I don't have any to spend. All of his earnings go toward our living bills and rent. Stop babbling and just hand me the money.
I still can't believe it. You're very strapped for cash, aren't you? You're far more pitiful than I first assumed. I really didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have any other options. I'll have to sever all relations with you.
What exactly does that imply? You're not going to communicate with me any longer? Why do you have to act in that manner?
Do you truly not understand why? Did you really think I'd keep paying you money after all the horrible things you said to me? I'm going to do everything I can to continue to help Alan and Dorothy. However, I am not in the mood to back you up.
Why are you ignoring me?
If you absolutely need assistance, you can turn to your parents. You have no regard for me and do nothing for me. I'll treat you similarly. I'm sure all you really want from me is my money. I will never give or send you anything else again. You must be overjoyed right now, don't you? You've finally gotten your want. So that's all I have to say to you. Please do not contact me again. I will never send you money again. If you really need the money, get a job.
Helen was devastated when she learned that she would no longer be receiving financial assistance. Alan was taken aback by his mother and Helen's chats. He had no idea his mother was providing them money at all. Alan was furious at Helen for lying to him about the money and for how she treated his mother. They argue every day, and it may not be long before they divorce. Alan, on the other hand, gets along very well with his mother these days. Alan frequently brings Dorothy to his parents' place, where everyone enjoys seeing her play with her toys. Helen attempted to visit their home one day with Alan and Dorothy, but she was instructed to leave immediately. Helen appears to have no hope of ever being forgiven for the horrible things she has said and—
Linda! Are you still a housewife?
Hi, Kane.
Cut the greeting. So, why aren't you working? You don't have a child yet.
We've only been married for less than a year. I want to prioritize my time with Dave for a while. Dave agrees with me too.
Have you been splurging since you married?
I don't believe so.
Dave hasn't been sending me as much money as he used to. He only sends me $500 a month. He used to send me $2,000 before you two married. There's something wrong.
Living expenses change after marriage.
Even so, there's definitely a reason he only sends me this much money. When I asked him about it, all he said was this is the best I can do. He hasn't even been responding to me lately.
Well, he is a busy man.
I can't live on only $500 a month. Make sure to tell Dave. You can tell him if you're not the one who's spending all his money, right?
Dave and I are married now. We need to save money for our future. He can send you more than $500 a month.
You have a smart mouth, don't you? Did you tell him to reduce my allowance?
No, we decided the amount of your allowance together.
You're going to keep all his money to yourself, aren't you? I mean, you are a housewife. You live in a nice apartment and Dave gives you enough money for living expenses. Unlike me, a single woman, you don't need so much money.
Like I said, we need to save money for our future. I'm not splurging or anything.
Oh, really? Haven't you been getting on a high horse after marrying my son and becoming wealthy? My son is an elite businessman, whereas you were just a part-time worker who didn't even go to college.
To cut down expenses and save money every month. I'm not a waste of getting money.
If so, can't you send me more money? I hate to tell you this, but he managed to get a job at a big corporation because I paid his college tuition. He grew up to be an elite businessman because of me.
I'm sure you played a big role in his success. But I know that he's also worked hard to get to where he is now.
He was able to do well because of me, am I right? Besides, I don't accept you as his wife yet. I only allowed your marriage because he said he wouldn't marry anyone else. You know that, don't you?
I do. That is why I have been trying hard to gain your acceptance.
How are you trying hard? You reduce my allowance like you want me to dislike you.
I am willing to support Dave as best I can. I cannot believe that's my role as his wife.
Do you think that's your only responsibility? You're Dave's wife and my daughter-in-law. Talk to him about my allowance again. Or I will have second thoughts about your marriage. I checked my allowance. You know why I'm texting you, right?
To tell me the amount didn't go up?
If you knew, why didn't you send me more money? Did you forget what I told you a few weeks ago?
I did not forget. But I need you to understand that we have our own lives.
Are you saying you don't care about my life?
I believe you receive your pension. You also have an inheritance from your husband.
The inheritance for my husband is too little to live on. That's why I've been asking Dave for an allowance. I have to lower my standard of living if he only gives me 1/4 of the allowance he used to.
I felt like you've been spending too much money. Dave told me you used to go on a trip every month. Isn't that what you call splurging?
I should be allowed to go on a trip once a month. Do you want to take away the last thread of my happiness?
You have your own house. I'm sure you can go on a trip every few months if you cut expenses every month. Could you please at least try to reflect on your living expenses?
I've tried, and it's still not enough. That's why I've been telling you to send me more money. I really can't get through to you. If Dave can send me more money, you should work. You said it was your role to support Dave. But it doesn't seem like you're doing your job.
Why don't you get a part-time job, then? You're healthy enough to go on a trip every month, aren't you?
Are you going to make your elderly mother-in-law work? What a horrible daughter-in-law you are. Who do you think you are, telling me what to do? You are just a part-time worker with no college degree.
Does your extravagance have anything to do with the fact that I used to be a part-time worker?
I'm done with you. I'll talk to Dave. I can get through to a parasite that leeches off my elite son.
Dave said no more discussion was needed about your allowance.
You can't persuade me. I will go to your apartment next weekend.
There's nothing we can do even if you come here.
I'm coming anyway. Make sure you have the rest of my allowance ready. I will not leave your apartment until you give me my money. Hey, Linda! Did you really move out of your apartment? You said you two don't live here anymore.
Yes, it was hilarious that you actually went there.
Who do you think you are, laughing at me? I told you I would go to your apartment.
I told you there was nothing I could do even if you did.
I also found out something. Why does Dave get only $200 of pocket money a month? He is a highly paid elite. I was right, Dave couldn't send me more money because of your extravagance.
Kane, there is something else you should know. Dave's monthly salary is $700. He's not highly paid.
Ha! What are you talking about? Dave works for a big company. There's no way he only earns $700 a month.
He quit his job soon after we married.
He quit his job after marriage? Then how do you two make a living? The monthly rent of your old apartment was over $1,000, wasn't it?
I've been providing for us.
I've had enough of your bull crap. How can you provide? You quit your part-time job. Oh, I see. Are you Breaking Bad?
No. I've been working at home. I was working at a restaurant at the time I met Dave. Because an acquaintance needed a hand. I worked my main job at home.
I don't believe you. First of all, Dave would never quit his job at a big company. Plus, he didn't tell me anything about it.
He was afraid to tell you. He was also stressed.
What?
Whenever he did something you didn't approve of, you would complain about it endlessly. He quit his job because of mental health issues of him. Talking to you would have been a burden on him.
Talking to me would be a burden on him? I am his mother. I raised him into a first-class elite businessman. He owes me.
You've exploited his vulnerability and taken money from him. He made an effort and studied hard to get into the top university and get a good job. He told me he paid his tuition with a scholarship and the money he earned working part-time jobs. You shouldn't take all the credit.
He grew up to be a successful man because I'm his mother.
I don't like judging people based on if they're successful or not. Dave seemed like a successful man to you. But his mental state was broken. He was mentally ill. He looks way happier now that he works a part-time job and does the housework.
My son is working a part-time job?
Yes, that's why his monthly salary is $700. He keeps $200 for himself and sends you $500. See? It adds up.
It can't be. My son earns only $700 a month? Stop joking!
I'm not joking.
I can't believe that you provide for the family. Or that Dave quit his job because of mental illness and is working a part-time job. I can't believe any of this. You made it all up just to avoid sending me money.
I just told you the truth. Dave has been feeling better lately. So I decided to tell you everything.
Back off, you psycho! Just let me talk to Dave.
I thought you texted me first.
Don't trip me up. Let me talk to my son.
Dave and I decided not to be involved with you ever again. So you will never see him.
Huh?
We won't send you any money anymore. We won't help you again. We finally made the decision together and Dave made up his mind. Please leave him alone.
You're not sending me money anymore. That's unacceptable. I won't let you have your way. I will have my son back. Prepare yourself for a divorce and regret what you've done. Linda? I'm waiting for your reply. Please. I have something to tell you. This will be the last time, so please listen to me.
Yes?
Oh, good. Dave didn't pick up my call, so I thought you wouldn't reply to me either. Thank you for replying to me.
I will change my number soon.
I don't know if that's necessary.
I don't like that you know my number. So, what did you want to tell me?
Linda. I'm sorry for everything. I contacted you to apologize.
What happened? Your attitude is different compared to yesterday.
I just called the company Dave used to work. For they told me he quit a few months ago.
I see.
I realized that you were telling me the truth. I'm sorry I said hurtful things to you. I didn't know that you've been supporting Dave.
That's okay. I wasn't expecting your apology. I won't ask you for more than to reflect on yourself from now on.
About my allowance. Are you really not going to send me money from next month?
No.
Can you please think about it again? $500 is enough.
Did you really reflect on yourself? You receive enough pension to make a living, don't you?
To be honest, I borrowed some money from loan sharks. So I can't live on my pension.
And you had an inheritance from your husband. That is all you're doing.
You're right, but please. Please give me allowances for 3 more years.
I'm sure you can earn $500 every month if you work.
My back candies have been getting weak lately. I have trouble going outside.
You went to our old apartment just yesterday, didn't you?
I got a cab.
That's why you can't save money.
I won't get a cab as much as possible. I will also cut expenses. So would you please continue to send me money?
Dave has already given you enough money. He was sending you so much money every month that he couldn't save money for himself.
But you know, his salary was high until he quit his job. He was an elite businessman.
You call him an elite businessman, but he was just an employee. He wasn't paid as highly as he thought he was. You used to ask him for money besides your allowances, didn't you?
I will apologize to Dave too.
Dave says he doesn't want to talk to you, so that's unnecessary. All we want is not to get involved with you again.
Please, Linda. Please give me one more chance.
We gave you a chance. Dave been sending you money for a long time. I told you to reflect on your living expenses. I did what I could for you to make a change.
I used to think you were splurging. So I didn't listen to you, and
Oh yeah, you called me a parasite.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for hurting you and Dave. I will never do it again. So please don't stop sending me money for a while.
It's too late now. As it turns out, you're the one leeching off Dave. Stay out of our lives and regret what you've done for the rest of your life. I can't get through to a parasite that leeches off my husband. I haven't been in touch with my mother-in-law since then. To be more precise, she doesn't have the means to contact me since I changed my number. My husband and I are relieved to have finally broken up relations with her. My mother-in-law's words tortured my husband. Growing up, he had a harshly disciplined upbringing and was pressured to work for a big company. Since he became an adult, his mother had taken all the credit for his success and exploited him. He wanted to break off relations with her for a while. But it was difficult to get over the brainwashing he had had since childhood. Since he had mental health issues caused by work and started receiving counseling sessions, he started to recover and wanted to face the issues with his mother. He managed to tell her everything and broke off relations with her. He is finally free from her. It is clear that my mother-in-law will be in financial difficulties. But she is the one to blame. The place my husband and I moved to has no relation to her whatsoever. My husband quit his part-time job upon moving and has been helping me work from home. He also does the housework. He couldn't even do the choice when he was ill, so I'm very happy about his recovery. We will keep on supporting each other and to build a happy family.